Hey Jazzy fam, it's your girl Jazzy J, and we're here for another episode of Do You See? Okay. And if you want to check out what this means, people, I got a whole video on it, one of the previous episodes. But in our circumference of knowledge, everybody has one. It's what you trust, what you know, what you have faith in, and what you believe. Okay? Everybody mostly focuses in here. But I'm going to be speaking out here to the space outside of your circumference of knowledge. And why is that important? It's important because I know that many of the things I'm going to say are going to be triggers that many of you may not believe. Now, I talked about this in one of my previous videos too, and this is how your mind works. Your mind works like autocorrect on your phone when you're texting somebody, and you may put in a word that to the phone is misspelled. So your phone, because it is programmed to spell a word a certain way, will autocorrect. Well, our brain works the same way. The brain is physical, but our minds are spiritual, conscious and subconscious. Subconscious mind is the programmable mind. So I know that when I'm talking and the things that I'm saying, when they hit your programmed mind to what I'll call the developed structures, the matrix mentality of this world, it's going to kick it out. But what I want to challenge you to do is research it for yourself, because the information is out there. We have the internet now. You can Google anything. It's not like when I was a child and we had encyclopedias. We had to look up everything. And it was a book that certain people wrote and put certain information in. The internet, it's all out there, baby. But if you are not awakened to it, you will never become aware of it. So with most people operating out of their programmed subconscious mind, when you say things that are outside of their circumference of knowledge, what happens is the brain does autocorrect. And it goes right back to the codes. That's why it is so hard. And it takes work for people to change. But in actuality, the only constant in life is change. That's why you cannot impact an iPod generation with an 8-track tape mentality. You just can't do it. You have to change. Now, Yeshua said it best. Your traditions nullify the truth. We get so coded in traditions that when truth comes along, we argue about it. We fight for the code because the code is embedded. And I said in one of my previous videos, my minor in college was computer science, and I wrote code. And so I would press that enter button wanting to see if my program was written correctly, my code was written correctly to run the program. And sometimes when I would hit the enter button, I would get the error. So the code was not running correctly. So I would have to go back through line by line by line. And sometimes it was 100 lines, 200 lines of code. And I would have to find whether I put in a comma or a dash that wasn't supposed to be there, or I needed to add a comma or a dash. So I'm telling you all this to let you know that coding is meticulous, it is detailed, and it is in the smallest details that may present you with an error. So I just wanted to share this with you because as we go along on this journey on the Circumference of Knowledge series, I know that I'm going to say things that are outside your circumference of knowledge. And what happens with the autocorrect, when you're given something, information outside your circumference of knowledge, your physical brain, the neurological pathways that have been connected in your physical brain are trying to find something to attach to that information. And when there's nothing there to connect, your programmed subconscious mind autocorrect said, Janelle crazy. That girl done lost her mind. I don't know what's happening with her. I ain't never heard this. She need Jesus. And his name is Yeshua. There was no J. I'm just saying. The scripture that you read is Yeshua. There was no J during the time when who you call Jesus lived. Yeshua. Because when you say Jesus, you're actually calling on somebody else. But I'm not going to get in all that. Because the principles, many of the principles in the Bible are true. But a lot of it was